Just don't actively be awful.
Back in beat. Is that my bestie in a testy? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she ready. Bitch, you look good with a T at the end. I'm a hyper every time, not my motherfucking friend. She been down since the jellies in the boat.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imai, and we just like to do makeup and chit chat and have a good time. My battery is dying, so I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. I know I kind of made my best friend video and then dipped. I do this thing where I'm consistent for like a week and a half and then I take a week off. I'm gonna try not to do that as much anymore, but I can't say that I won't do it again because, sorry, my allergies have been acting up. I explained it more in the video, but I can't say that I won't be doing it again because I might be moving, so who knows.
So remember how I said that I'm gonna try and not take a break? Well, me dabbing my eye throughout the video wasn't allergies, it was pink eye, so I have to take another break.
But today I wanted to bring you guys through the worst best friend in TV history, Dodie Bishop. She's a terrible friend, and it's happened on so many instances throughout the series that I have to make a 4-part series about this. So this is part 1 of 4. If you guys want me to break up the series, do other BeatTvs in between, I can do that. I'll put a poll on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me there. I'm trying to add clips of the show into these videos, but I'm not able to find source material that I can like screen record or download. So if you guys want me to do a specific show, I'll just have to end up buying the DVD. So those might take a little longer to do if you do leave a request. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support on my last video. I've gained 4 subscribers in between my last video and this one, which is absolutely crazy to me. So thank you guys so much. I'm gonna stop talking now because my battery is dying. Thank you again, and let's get into it. This character is the absolute worst. There are a lot of bad characters on TV on these shows, but none of the villains of the show claim to be the main character's best friend. Well, today I wanted to talk about
Dodie Bishop,
the worst best friend in TV history. I remember Dodie being a terrible friend, and then I Googled it because I haven't seen the show in a couple years. I used to watch As Told by Ginger religiously, but I haven't seen the show in a couple years, and I was like, Dodie was a terrible friend, right? Like, am I the only one who thought this? So I Googled it, and I went on Reddit, and there's a whole list of her awful offenses. Throughout the show, she was a bad friend, but there's like 6 big offenses that she made. So I'm going to do one part with 1 episode today, then 2 episodes, and then the finale. I did do a poll on my Instagram, and you guys had wanted live action shows as well. My intention was to always do live action shows. It's just that I like cartoons. Also, my eye has been super duper watery. My allergies have been acting up for the past couple of days. So I'm gonna try and keep my eye makeup to a minimal. So I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna start going through this episode. Please don't mind my TV on in the back. I was watching D'Angelo Wallace and I didn't want to turn off my TV because after I finish filming, I'm gonna keep watching D'Angelo Wallace. So the episode we're going to go over today is called Cry Wolf, right? No, it's not. We're doing Cry Wolf in the next one. Today we're doing Of Lice and Friends. This is season 1, episode 5. So Dodie's BS starts so early in the series. But a little bit of background about As Told by Ginger. As Told by Ginger was a comedy drama series that aired on Nickelodeon from 2000 to 2004. On Wikipedia it says 2016, but I think that's when certain countries, I can't remember which country it was, but when certain countries finished doing like their reruns or their re-airing of the series. So it says 2016, but it really stopped production in 2004. It was nominated for 3 Emmys, something I didn't know. It had an ongoing story, so a lot of the times you could just watch it in the middle and sort of pick up on the plot, but then sometimes it was like episodes referenced earlier episodes, so it had like an ongoing plot, especially in the 3rd season, which I can't even watch anymore because oh my god, girl, it's an emotional roller coaster. It was also praised for having characters that changed outfits every episode. It wasn't like a new outfit every single episode. It was mostly just they had like 5 or 6 outfits that the characters rotated throughout the show, except for Courtney. I feel like Courtney, for the most part, Courtney had outfits. She did rotate, but hers had like the most diversity because, of course, she was the most popular girl in school. So the episode starts and the principal, I can't remember his name, they're at school, and the principal of the school is announcing that there's going to be a new PA announcer for in the morning times. Did y'all schools do that, where you guys have a kid do the PA announcements? Did you guys have that? Because my school didn't. My school never had that. No school I ever went to had a kid as a PA announcer or anything like that. Unless it was like, I'm in this club, come to the meeting. Oh, but we didn't do like the morning announcements. That was always like one of the ladies in the office. So this character, Chet Zipper, was the previous announcer guy. He talks so slow, so dry, so boring. So we could tell these kids, like, they did not like Chet as the announcer. He was boring. He's relinquishing the position and he reads the envelope and it says Dodie Bishop, Ginger's best friend, is going to be the new PA announcer in the morning times for school, and she is geeked up. She's like, this is the greatest honor of my life. And I'm like, girl, you are literally just announcing what's in the cafeteria for lunch. Like, it's seriously not that deep. And as, you know, she gets off the podium saying like, thank you, like this is an honor, Courtney Grippling, the most popular girl in school and who my Bob was inspired by for today's episode. She's like, congrats, Pody. And she's like, oh, Courtney Grippling acknowledged me. This is an honor. The next day when they come in and she has to do her announcement for school, she got her fresh silk press. She is in her new pantsuit and her little blazer, and she is ready to do these announcements. Even though no one's gonna see her, she's literally in the office on the PA system, but she got her silk pressed and she's living her best life. And Ginger's like, girl, you're literally just doing the announcements. And she's like, this is a big deal. And she's doing her little vocal warm-ups. Like, I am about to kill it doing these announcements, telling y'all that there's tater tots in the cafeteria. So she does the normal morning announcements. Can I remember what they are at this moment? No, I cannot. But she does the normal morning announcements, and then she goes into the gossip. So I think the announcements were like, there's a drip in the boys' bathroom, like a ladder is missing, like stuff like that. And then she goes, on the class ski trip, so-and-so was cheating on her boyfriend with so, and I was like, you messy queen, where are the teachers intervening? Like, how you about to have a whole 7th grade 12-year-old cheating scandal on the morning announcements? It is 7 a.m. They haven't even digested their French toast sticks and you're outing someone's relationship? And when she's done with the morning announcements and she's seen leaving the office, Courtney Grippling and Miranda, of course, Miranda the bad bitch, they pass by and Courtney's like, congratulations, Dodie. And she gets her name right. That the format of As Told by Ginger, Ginger and her friends have their story, and then her brother Carl and Dodie's brother Hoodsy have their storyline, and sometimes the stories meet up, or sometimes they stay apart, but in this episode they meet up. So Courtney's little brother Blake has his own, like, he's breeding maggots or something. He owns maggots. Carl decides that he's gonna do something similar and breed lice. He's gonna have a lice circus, and he made like a little tiny obstacle course for him to train these lice or whatever. That is important to the story. So back at school, Dodie is doing her announcements, and she's announcing that there's I guess a new dish in the cafeteria, and that the cafeteria chef learned how to make this new dish while working in a prison. On this same announcement, Dodie tells the school that the annual lice check is coming up and that it'll be done I think either throughout the week or the next day. So I guess the next day, Dodie's doing the announcements and she's like, there's been a change of plans. Our poor nurse has gotten sick. So Nurse Foutley, Ginger's mom, is going to be the woman checking the kids for lice. And Ginger confronts her and she's like, you really had to tell the whole school that my mom is going to be doing the lice checks? Like, they were going to find out anyway, but now I'm going to be embarrassed until, like, you know, it happens tomorrow. Like, you could have spared that information and it would have been what it was. And she's like, it's a hot story. Like, the people deserve to know, blah, blah, blah. Like, just trying to justify why she's embarrassing her friends for literally a drop of cloud, because you're in 7th grade. It's the 7th grade morning announcements. Like, babe, you're doing far too much for far too little. And she gets angry that Ginger isn't supporting her as a friend and she should be happy for her. Macy, she's just caught in the middle. So she's like saying good morning to Dodie when Ginger comes in. She looks at both Ginger and Macy and she's like, good morning, Macy, and walks right past Ginger. I'm like, why are you mad at Ginger? You're like being a messy queen, outing everybody's business in the school, but you're mad at me?
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
And Ginger tells Macy that she feels like she can't tell Dodie anything or it'll end up on the morning announcements. Like, we're supposed to be friends and you're just out here spilling everyone's business like that? Like, whatever. So Ginger's mom is doing the lice checks and Courtney is getting her hair checked for lice and she has it. She has lice. I'm gonna do my liner and come back. So Ginger's mom checks her for lice and she doesn't have any lice, thank God. I'm saying thank God as if I know these people. And Ginger's like, ooh, thank God I don't have lice. And her mom was like, yeah, like, I'm surprised you don't, considering how much you hang out with that Courtney girl. And Ginger's like, oh, Courtney has lice? And then her mom was like, oh crap, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. Don't tell anyone. And of course, Ginger, being the sweetheart that she is, she's like, I will not tell anyone that Courtney Gribbling has lice. The next day at school, when Dodie does the morning announcements, she's snooping through the desk that the PA microphone is on, like this. She's snooping through the drawers of the desk and she finds the report where the lice report with all the names of the kids who have lice on it. And she's reading the list and she's like, oh, this is my big moment. Expose everybody. This is a hot story. This is juicy. She does her regular announcements and then she is she's like, all right, special announcement, I'm gonna read off the list of the names of the people who have lice. And Courtney leans over to Ginger and she's like, Ginger, I'm on that list, go get your friend. And she's like, actually, we're kind of not talking right now. So Ginger hops up and she runs out of class as Dodie's reading the list of names of the kids who have it. And just before she gets to Courtney, Ginger hops over the desk and she unplugs the microphone. Sorry, y'all, I had to put on my lashes. And Dodie's like, what are you doing? You just ruined my big moment. And Ginger's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're humiliating people. Like, this is your big moment? Your big moment is humiliating people? And Dodie's like, the students have the right to know who they're around who has lice. And Ginger's like, you're right, but that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it for the wrong reason. Dodie has nothing to say to that point except, you have no respect for me as your friend. And she goes, and if you don't respect me, then we can't be friends. And Ginger's like, all right, we're not. She's like, Like, all right, I guess we're not friends then, because I can't respect someone who's doing this to people. And I'm like, period, Ginger. So that night, Courtney pulls up to Ginger's house and she's like, you know, thank you. And what I've noticed is Courtney has, like, they're not super close friends, but throughout the series, Courtney has this habit of just like popping up at Ginger's house. And Ginger's like, Courtney hugs her, and then Ginger's gets all like freaked out because of course, you know, Courtney has lice. So she's like running to the bathroom to wash her hair. And when she's washing her hair in the bathroom sink, her mom comes in and she's like, hey, I know you're fighting with Dodie right now, and I know it hurts, but sometimes doing the right thing hurts. And I'm like, this is a great message to tell children. This is fantastic. Who wrote this? Like, kudos to you, bitch, because that's a great thing to let kids know, because sometimes, oh, what did I just do? So we're at the end of the episode and Ginger calls Macy because usually the three of them do a like nightly three-way phone call after school so they can like gossip and talk as friends. And at the same time, Dodie calls Macy. And Dodie's like, oh snap, Macy's on the, Macy's like, Dodie's on the other line, let me answer her real quick. And then of course, she tells Dodie that Ginger's on the other line and she does a three-way call. Like, she merges the calls in hopes for them to make up. Dodie's like, hey Ginger, I'm sorry that things got out of hand this week. I went totally overboard, like the attention got to my head, and I'm sorry. And Ginger's like, you know, you were actually pretty good besides the gossip stuff. One thing I really liked about this scene, about this closing scene, is that Ginger does not apologize because she didn't do anything wrong. And I really like that Ginger didn't end up apologizing, because I know in a lot of some cartoons would have been like, I'm sorry for blowing out the proportion, and like, no girl, you did the right thing. So I'm glad that Ginger didn't apologize to Dodie as well. And she's like, from now on, let's just keep the gossip on our nightly phone calls. And Dodie's like, okay. And then the episode ends with them laughing and gossiping on the phone. First of all, this is season 1, episode 5. I can't remember how long the season is. I think it's 20 episodes. We don't even get half of the way through before we see Dodie being a terrible friend. I'm not saying I would do it, but if you're gonna sell out your friends, sell them out for real clout, not 7th grade most popular girl in school acknowledge me clout, okay? You exposed someone cheating on their boyfriend. The fact that a staff member at the school worked in a prison, which she should have gotten in trouble for, because why are you exposing staff? Like, she should have gotten in trouble for all of it, but that prison thing, I was like, that was definitely way overboard. And it's just like, this is the first example of many where she just sells out her friends for some clout, or to just get ahead, or to just for the sake of it. The next instance of in this series of her being a terrible friend is season 1, episode 8. Like, the foolishness just keeps going. Like, babe, like, it's constant being a bad friend. And Ginger was your friend since kindergarten. All for the most popular girl in school to say hello to you? It's not like, hey girl, let's hang out after school. Just for a high. Like, why are you so desperate for this popularity? You're 12. Literally nothing matters when you're 12. I can't think of anything that happened when I was 12 years old that affects me to this day. And then this one wasn't really a direct attack on the main character itself. Why do you want to be the Wendy Williams of 7th grade so bad? Like, I just don't understand. Dodie, get it together, girl. Like, I get it, everyone around that age wants to be like popular or whatever, but it wasn't like, come sit with us at the pool table clout. It was, hi, I know your name. That's good enough for you? Because when she was reading off the list of the names of the kids who had lice, like, yeah, you pulled the plug before the most popular girl in school was, when they said the name of one of the kids, everyone was like, ew, like, they ran away from him. They were like, ugh. Like, All this for what? And I don't know how long. It didn't say how long your little reign was as PA announcer. Like, I don't know if this was for a week or a month or what. It doesn't matter. It was sad. It's sad that she was willing to do that to people. And she didn't even get in trouble for it. And this isn't even the craziest thing that she's done. This is actually rather tame on the list of offenses. So, yeah. This has been part 1 of the Dodie Bishop series. Being a good friend is so easy. It's so easy. Just don't actively be awful. And don't sell out your friends for a drip drop of clout. That baffles me. For like this much attention. She sold out the whole, ooh, my battery's dying. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys with part 2. Let me know if you want me to break it up between, break up the series or just do the series straight through. I'll put a poll on my Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't sell out your friends for a drip drop of clout. And I'll see you guys in a few days. But you won't see me in a few days because I have pink eye.